website, huh?
Good evening and welcome to the Shadows of New Orleans. Tonight we are joining a fairly diverse group as we celebrate the Festival of Song. It's a community organized festival that has been brought together to celebrate the sort of the spirit and the dreams of the variety of people of New Orleans, um, which has really been symbolized by the tree known as the singing tree, a large oak in the park that has not just traditional wind chimes, but many other homemade wind chimes hanging as well, including things like homemade from drinking straws. There's some of the more traditional are made from uh, things like animal bones, chicken bones. There's some made from fishing lures. It's really a collage of crafts and community, and uh, the community itself has come together as the tree has been in danger lately of being removed by city council. To the end, a variety of benefactors have sponsored this night. There's food trucks and caterers. There's musicians, street performers, um, they little everything, and really has been opened and welcoming to everybody. Um, there's everyone from the homeless and transient to uh, plenty of people from the upper echelons of culture and society, and they have gathered, celebrated, and been chatting. And I will turn it over here for everyone to introduce themselves on how they're arriving. But um, there's a couple of larger fires that have been set up. Everything's uh, contained and organized. Not really anything in the way of stages, but there's kind of areas where different performers have just laid stuff out or minor equipment, that sort of thing.
Okay, well, Bonte's been here most of the day with her cult, making sure that things are in place because she was one of the major people getting it situated. So she's milling about, being very friendly with people, making sure everybody that she meets as it's opening and people are starting to come, everyone's feeling welcome and such. She's probably got a few people who just kind of stand and follow her maybe a little bit, but don't necessarily like stay on her, because people tend to be drawn to her.
Jeremy didn't really have a lot of work to do at the garage today. And so he just thought, he'd go out, see what the festival had to offer. Some of the crafts, they interest him. But he's actually kind of seeing if he can find anything for like a thrill. Maybe there's a race going on. Maybe someone's doing some kind of event that might bring it his attention. He's pretty much just trying to find something to do.
So, Elizabeth will be walking around, and she'll be talking with vendors and saying, "Hey, if you didn't get your room permit to be out here, here's what you do: you sell plates with a complimentary food on it. That's how you get around that." And she'll just be going around, making sure the generators are good to go, etc.
drinks will also be wandering around, probably sampling quite a few of the local brews and whatnot, finding ones that he really enjoys and staying there for a good little bit before moving on to the next one.
Finger is there, and he's in his pimped out purple season jacket in the fucking summertime. He's giving out free haircuts and chit chatting and arguing in the periphery. One of them will randomly show up and hand him a plate of food, but mostly he's just cutting hair. Bad. Dresser is there. Hi to him. He will wave, and then we'll continue cutting hair.
Eli will.
Big
We'll
Mac
show
is
up.
just kind of bebopping around, checking things out. Cleaned up for anyone that has met her before. She's wearing in the picture she is presently wearing. She actually doesn't smell bad. Up or anything. You know, she just changed her clothes and cleaned up. She's just kind of pinging all over the place, checking things out.
Eli will show up. He looks a little shaggy, but he's dressed. Actually, he's dressed in a pretty good-looking suit. He gets something to drink at one of the vendors, but it basically just holding it as he walks around and listens to crowds and what's going on.
So as we're walking around, I mean, obviously there's this festival, so thinking there's probably something that people aren't keeping their eye on, maybe something that might be loose. Maybe like I don't know, someone left some scissors around, or someone left a pencil or a pen somewhere. The reason I
Alright,
ask
so
is
you're just kind of scavenging, basically.
kind of one of my flaws is
Lost and
compulsion.
unclaimed.
One of my flaws is compulsion, and the compulsion I have is to steal small random items.
Yeah, that would be, let me grab a thing here. Because I typically always have a sheet up, and for whatever reason today did not. All right, let's go with we should just kind of scavenging here and there for oddball items. You can go with this a dexterity stealth roll, standard difficulty.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I'm sitting here talking to myself.
Been there, done that. No worries.
So I don't have any points in stealth, but I have 6 points in dexterity, so I just roll 6 d10s. Is that right?
Let me grab forums. Oh, I'm on a roll today. Can't seem to get anything typed in right. I'm typing gibberish all over the place.
Trying to figure out. Oh, okay, so I had standard difficulty is like 6, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Successes was a 10. Do I roll again for the 10? I read something like that. Like you
No,
roll
that's
again
in
for a
New
10.
World of Darkness.
Yeah, 10s count as 2.
If it applies
Oh,
to your
okay.
And
specialty.
according to your sheet, right? Correct. According to your sheet, you have 4 dexterity because I assume you're in Hamid since this is a public place.
Sorry, I looked at the wrong stat. Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Let me just re-roll that then.
Yeah, that sheet hit. Is that? Otherwise, we can just drop the last 2, so you'll have 3 successes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we can just run that way. That's
All right.
the nice part about that dice roller is we can fan out results and break it down easily enough.
Right. I'll go with that.
So, oh, my internet is tanking. Oh, that's why. Not now, Windows.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not let Tiger do his intro?
This was short. He's going around drinking.
No, Drinks is here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about a different character. You're good, man.
I'm looking at it like,
Right,
oh no,
you
did
end
I
up
skip
with-
someone?
Oh, you're all right. You will end up with a pocket watch. It looks like someone's class ring. Somewhere you found a pack of gum as well.
Okay, great. Watch. Class ring. Gum. Nice. All right. He's okay with this. He's just gonna stuff it in his pocket. Is my schizophrenia like going off right now or no?
No, it's pretty casual night, so.
All right, cool.
All right. So everybody's just kind of milling about. I will find. You will find Mr. Lee Miller. Grab that. those of you who were here before would recall Lee Miller. And he is doing kind of doing a magic performance, but he's just kind of wandering around through the crowds too. Like it's not like he has like an area set up where he's doing it. He's doing kind of more the local hand tricks.
Yo, wanna be Joker, says Elizabeth. If you want a spot, I get like 10 that are empty.
Well, problem then is I don't meet as many people. I expect them to come to me, and perhaps they have a reason to be over here or over there.
At this point, Trinks will drunkenly stumble up and just kind of watch the festivity, or watch the guy doing his parlor tricks.
Oh, hey, it's you. Briefly.
Trinks will wave. Still
Like,
drinking.
They didn't even exchange names, I don't think.
Fair enough. It sounds like something he did.
He will.
What are your events?
I don't get. If it's family, why are you swearing?
You're laughing things because you're drunk.
I'm not that drunk.
Are you drinking out of a flask or a glass or?
Glass bottle that he grabbed from one of the local vendors.
All right. Lee pulls out a empty soda bottle and takes your glass bottle from you. And he pours it into the soda bottle and then pours it back and does that a couple times. And each time you notice your bottle is slightly more full. And when he hands it back, it has been refilled.
Trinks looks overjoyed at this and knocks back the bottle. I like your tricks, sir.
I swear.
Well, I'm glad they're intended to keep the world interesting.
Well, you're doing a very good job of it so far.
Are there any food vendors around?
Oh, yes. All of it local.
Of just about any
All right.
ethnicity you can think of.
Jeremy is actually gonna walk by a couple food vendors, and just kind of see if there's anything that piques his interest. He's not really sure what he wants to eat right now, but he does know he's hungry.
Ooh, crawfish boil. Have you ever been to one of those before? Oh, yeah. Those are amazing. You hear a couple of high-pitched whistles. That stuff goes in the fryer, but
This is gonna pique his interest, and he's actually gonna walk over there in curiosity.
okay. So, what they'll pull out of the fryer kind of looks similar to shrimp. They'll look at you and say, have you ever tried crawfish before?
Not that I can think of.
Oh boy, you're in for a treat. And we'll give you like a box with just like a cardboard box and dump a pound of Oh, did you just call me a northerner?
Yeah, dude. Go on.
Oh my god. Okay. They'll dump like a pound of crawdads into your box with a couple of corn on the cob, and it's very spicy.
Yeah, or no.
So you guys know crawdads or ditch bugs? That you literally catch them in a ditch, deep fry them, and eat them.
Huh.
You can catch them literally anywhere
Yeah,
Yep.
and everywhere.
Mhm.
For those who are poor, the ditch is the most common place to find them.
All right. So he looks up. He says, "How much is this going to cost me?"
He'll say like $5.
Bucks, and I hand it to her. And he's also going to say, "Does it come with a drink?"
He'll like point to one of the local breweries and be like, try that.
So he has this little box with a crawdad and but first he's actually before he goes and gets a drink, he's just going to sit on a nearby bench and I mean, was it cooked well? Was it random or what? Like, just see how it tastes.
Okay, have you ever killed and eaten shrimp before?
Yes.
It's a kind of similar experience to that. The way these are cooked, they're very spicy and tender. And
Okay.
that's about it.
Well, he's interested, I guess, and he, just finishes off the little box. Go and see the local brewer, I guess. Or where the brewer is, wherever she pointed towards for the brewer.
Yeah, they've got a couple of different like trailers set up where they've got kegs and stuff, like taps and that sort of thing.
Right. Well, Jeremy's definitely no lightweight since he's on a regular basis. He's going to see simply at the most popular crowd, to be honest. Has the least amount of business.
They all seem fairly average. None of them are anything real special, but they're all kind of local breweries and bars and that sort of thing. So they've all got their own
Right.
different followings.
Well, I'm just gonna go to a random one then. We walk up and say hello and see what he has to offer. All but
It's pretty typical beers. Nothing really exotic.
Alright, well, how much one?
A lot of the vendors are doing just a tip jar. It's no charge.
Okay.
Some of them were funded by different financiers.
All right. Well, he'll just put in a couple dollars, you know, $2 or $3 into the tip jar, and grab himself a mug or whatever they're offering.
All right.
All right. Simply, drink the beer and just looking for something to do.
There any of the city politicians showing up?
Negative.
That's interesting.
Mac is out. She's actively anyone she knows, and she's not talking about like the PCs present, like checking to see if maybe those weird faces that she saw the first time she came here might be wandering around the crowds.
Yeah, you would definitely see the gentleman you encountered that you recognized last time. And he's
are you talking about like the
he's
last group scene,
moving
or
around.
are we talking? Okay.
This gentleman.
She's specifically more looking for the Trash King. She's more directly looking for the faces of the two guys that she saw the first time she was here by herself, if they might be wandering around the crowd. Like the ones that came to fix the lock.
Gotcha. There is a group of them, and they appear to be kind of standing off in the in a parking area and outside where the festival is kind of being had. They have like a like utility truck would be, but they're just kind of standing there. Roll me a perception alertness.
Are they watching? Let's see. Uncanny instincts.
Sure. I could see that applying. Anyone's welcome to actually make a
Good.
perception
I got
alertness
5
at this
successes.
Dude, I love perception. Do you say alertness or awareness?
Alertness.
Okay.
Alertness.
Roll the minute.
Oh, is that your favorite?
Because it's so important, and yet I usually don't put any points into either of these. I got 4 successes.
I got 2.
Why not? I'm assuming standard.
Yes.
I got 2 successes.
All right. Anyone else for a perception alertness?
Yeah, I got 3.
Bonti had.
I got 2 successes.
Drunkard got the second most with 4.
Rolling perception as well. Okay. Then more roll then. I failed. So I got 2 successes.
All right. Well, since everybody's noticing things, I don't know if Dresser's noticing things. She's probably busy doing hair.
Yeah.
This gentleman is kind of moving through the edge of the crowd over there. And you would notice he is very blatantly carrying a shotgun. Looks like a sawed-off shotgun with a pistol grip hilt to it. And just kind of watching the guys over by the utility truck.
Bitch.
Does he have like any kind of identification on him, like a badge or a little card or anything?
That gentleman?
Yeah.
The guy with the shotgun? Negative.
Yes.
Eli is going to skirt the crowd and kind of subtly follow the fellow.
I don't know. This bitch ain't ruining my
Okay.
night. Too much effort into this. Just fucking walks up to him. Oh, hell. Sorry.
I was wondering if I would be somewhat more cautious or something of the sort since I have the flaw hunted.
You would know that this is not the individual hunting you.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, cool.
I have 2 successes on dex stealth to kind of keep with the crowd and kind of keep out of sight and such and follow him.
Bunty is moving towards him in a very casual, friendly manner.
Jeremy's not going to be too sure what to do, so he's going to reach into his pocket and his brass knuckle in his pocket. He's not going to blatantly pull it out. He's just going to keep his hand in his pocket with his hands wrapped around his brass knuckles.
Drinks is going to stumble his way through the crowd closer to the guy, just looking like a typical drunkard. He's drank just a bit too much.
That was kind of it too, even though she's not drunk, but she plans on like out and just acting, like trying to get closer, but
Is my schizophrenia begging me to do anything reckless? Because the way I understood it work was like be voices to influence actions and things of that sort. And so since I'm a thrill seeker as a demeanor, wondering if my schizophrenia would be like influencing for me to do something out of character or something of the sort.
Generally, even a thrill seeker is not going to do something that would be blatantly suicidal. Thrill seeker might be someone who takes a risky skydive, but they're still taking a parachute.
Right. Okay, well, keeping my hand in my pocket with the brass knuckle my hand wrapped around the brass knuckle, I'm actually just going to walk up a little closer to this guy and kind of tap him on the shoulder. You want to buy a drink?
He looks at you and says, I'm not here to drink. I'm here to make sure everyone's following the rules.
All having a great time. Why don't you relax a little bit, huh? El Camino.
Oh, Elizabeth looks furious right now. And she just walks up to this dude. And it's like, bitch, how dare you? Like, seriously.
There you go with the language again.
And she just flips you off.
Dresser runs over to the fracas, like with clippers in hand. In front of the dude
Wait,
with
are
a
they-
shotgun.
Mad at me, or are you guys mad at the guy with the shotgun?
She's having that with the guy at the shotgun. Like, she knows
Gun.
Oh, okay, let's say, did I do something wrong?
Who brings a shotgun to a festival in the park?
I was like,
He puts his hands up, like in front of the dude, like he sees everybody getting at him. Y'all might want to calm the hell down, dog. This is not the cat y'all want to be fucking with, okay?
Are you talking to
clearly she
me?
sees,
Up close.
people
Up close,
distracting this
you
guy.
just
She's
get
gonna
better
make her way
view.
to a porta potty.
Okay. Up close, you would see
And she's
that
stepping sideways
that's
in the
more
porta potty.
what his shotgun looks like.
Okay.
For those who maybe can't see it, it's a sort of an American flag, and it says "We the People" on the stock. And he
Hey,
will
I don't know
look
nothing.
at he looks over at Elizabeth and reaches into his vest pocket, like an inside jacket pocket, and pulls out some folded paperwork and holds it out to her.
she'll take it and look at it. Is it an open?
Inside, he has. You're going to actually read the paperwork? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, she's actually reading it. Is it like an open carry license?
No, this is actually permits for the gathering.
Yes, I know. I followed
And
these.
he gestures and he says, "You see, seems to me that the folks in the city, they like their paperwork and their red tape. And, well, unfortunately for them, a nonprofit community event, especially an outreach event, doesn't require city council approval to get a permit. Therefore, their goons over there in their barricades can't do anything about it because we're all here legally."
You know, I'm not talking about
However,
the permit.
because of the size of the gathering, the city requires licensed security staff. On the next page, you'll see my registered security LLC paperwork.
Can you not host the big toy then?
What kind of staff we talking about? You saying you're talking about law enforcement or something?
No, he's not. But you know you don't need that. Especially out in the open and you're scaring the children.
Put it up, and we'll just a little bit. All right. I'm actually gonna like pat his jacket and see if there's like anything. Like I'm gonna like pat him on the shoulder, but kind of like on the chest where the pocket is, and see if there's anything loose in there.
He's got pockets, like it's all like inside vest pockets.
Oh, you didn't have
Or
anything
you
like
wouldn't
an
really notice
outside
anything?
jacket. All right.
But he just kind of looks at you and he says, "Generally, I start with a handshake."
A handshake. Okay. Um, I'm going to slip my brass knuckle off of my hand pocket and then give him a handshake. Is he wearing a wristwatch?
But he's not.
Let's see if I can slip it off. Okay. I'm gonna smile, shake his hand. The name's Pup. So let's calm down, put the weapon away, and let's just hang out for a bit, huh?
Well, I mean, his security staff carrying the firearm is part of the job description. Given I have
Who's
proper
hiring you?
licensing, we're well within our bounds to keep it open.
Who hired you? Said you had a job, so you must have a manager or someone who's paying you to be here.
I can think of 2 people right off the top of my head.
Oh, I own the security firm, and
You own the security firm.
for the permits there, I am here operating as a community service donation.
Hmm.
My firm is donating our
Okay, do
time
you
and
have
services
anything that
for the.
authorizes?
Hey man, I don't even know who you are.
You
You
just-
ain't the police. Hey, look, this dude is doing the security thing. He got a shotgun. That seems extra secure to me. If he decides to do something crazy, there's some goons over there that have a conversation with him. Y'all just need to calm down, man. Y'all making everybody nervous. Damn.
I agree with him, despite his choice of language.
I'm never going to live that down.
No, you're not.
Please believe me. I believe things get in the shotgun, man. Please, these kids done seen a whole lot worse than a shotgun. Please believe me. Go eat some etouffee and let everything be everything. This is not the cat y'all want to be messing with. I'm telling y'all, playing outside the weight class. Let's just back up, do our thing, go somewhere the hell else. So, by the way, getting free haircuts over there. Pat the children on the head, okay?
Ooh, haircuts? He's gonna follow him.
Hey, bro. Ain't you the kid that was talking to the janky dude with the shotgun, talking all kinds of mad shit like he was gonna do something?
I was just trying to get him to, relax a little bit.
Bruh. As you have no sense of self-preservation, player partner, and you take your goofy ass way the fuck over there. You run up on people with shotguns and talk shit. You must be bulletproof. Superman or super high. I don't want you nowhere around these kids, dog.
Not gonna give me a haircut?
Hell no. As crazy as you is, you might take off one of the brothers over there and blow your goddamn head off.
Fine. As he's walking away, he's going to keep an eye on his station if he's really anything loose hanging around.
Dresser takes his point after the situation gets calmed down and everybody walks away or whatever. He will then go back to his place and then go, next cut.
When he goes to walk away, Bounty's gonna give him a kiss on the cheek and a swat on the butt.
Now, can't play them types of games out here. You start to screaming and scare the hell out of everybody.
She just smiles at him.
Yeah, Big Mac is checking out things in the Umbra while they're doing their thing.
All right.
Went into the porta potty and stepped sideways, and yeah. Specifically the goons, this guy. Just the area in general in the Umbra.
I mean, they're not in the Umbra, but because they're on the other side.
Right, but just checking shit out. A sound over here.
I should also mention everybody that was around there who smells and who can smell. There was a very sweet, enticing scent that kind of had your attention drawn to Bunty. If you haven't experienced it before.
So I guess I smelled her. I guess I smelled you.
John, I got 1 success on that.
Yeah, 1 success, you would know that as long as the shotgun is 26 inches in length total and has a barrel length of 18 inches, it's legal.
And does that meet those requirements?
Addition. Well, he probably in the ballpark. You don't have a tape measure on you, but additionally, that he mentioned things like licensing and registration for security as well, and that could create some other exceptions.
I'm gonna go back to one of the breweries and pick up another beer. Actually, I'm gonna pick up 2, and then go to I think his name's Fingers, Marcus's character.
Dresser.
No, that's not Finger. That's Dresser.
Oh, Dresser. And I'm gonna say, "Hey, want a beer?"
What you want me to do with that though?
I just wanted to make a peace offering. You seem kind of mad at me.
Oh, I ain't mad at you, Playboy. I'm just trying to keep your punk ass alive. You can't just be walking up to people talking shit, dog.
Okay, well, what if I promise not to do it again?
I don't know. I met you 5 minutes ago, partner. How I know you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Look,
How about this? Wait, I think someone was talking. I couldn't hear him.
how about what, partner?
I run a garage, downtown. Cut, and I'll change your oil.
Good partner.
What was that?
I fade you up nice. I mean, I got an open chair. I mean, thing is though, look, this is Nolans, buddy. You can't just be going up to people running off at the mouth. These folks are trigger happy around here. Blow your goddamn nose off.
Well, my dad said he already had my nose.
Daddy, no man, I don't know nothing all about that though. Just sit down. I'm gonna fade you up nice, and then you can be on your way. How about that though? That cool with you?
All right. He set down one of the beers on his little stand or whatever for him, and then drink his own beer as he sits on the chair.
Hey John, I'm gonna ask that question. Is it a yes or no?
Okay. I have a question.
The one that do my eyeballs see weird stuff?
Yes. Not the same weird stuff you saw before, though.
Hey, look, man, you supposed to know better than shit like this. You a whatever the hell you is.
I know, but it's sometimes fun.
That ain't fun. Shotguns hurt, man. Guns kill people, dog. I'm just...
of them alive at the end of the day.
Yes, it will be the end of your goddamn
I mean,
day.
it's
You
just
fuck
like
around with people with shotguns.
I see it a lot like racing. And the adrenaline pumps us up, but if we crash, we die. However, we did something fun and reckless at the end of it.
That was real. That was real beautiful, dog. That's how people end up in coffins, though.
Maybe.
Is it? Look at him. I don't know what she is. I just know you ain't regular, and you got to think with not. You got to not regular folk. Okay, so like, come on, man, get some street smarts up. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the rules in effect. Respect yourself and respect those around you, partner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Little salute.
See, now you got jokes. And when they fuck you up, don't remember old dresser tried to set you straight.
I'm listening to you. I got respect for you.
Yeah, you faded up. That'll be free. Got a beer, nice sunny day. Go talk to the other weirdo motherfuckers. And stay away from Bon T. That little freaky thing is
That's
mine next time, dog. Stay away from that. That's mine. I'm gonna hit that. I'm just playing. You'll die.
Alright. Appreciate it. So after the haircut, you're gonna stand up, shake his hand. So, anything been going on around here?
There's a whole lot of shit going on around here. You depending on what kind of trouble you trying to get into, partner.
Any vehicles that look nice?
Hey, please believe me, dog. You see something out there look nice, about dollars of donuts, the motherfucker will shoot you in the face. You try and take your shit.
Oh. He's going to shrug and say, well, I guess he's just gonna, see what else is around.
Hey, just piece of advice. If you're gonna do some weird shit, quarter. And stay off of Bourbon Street. Folks, shit done got real tight over there. And also, around here, especially that cat that you saw walking up and down the street with that shotgun, he ain't regular neither. You need to leave his punk ass alone. Bite your goddamn nose off.
All right.
By the way, Elizabeth is still talking to that guy.
Alright, peace, bro.
He's gonna walk off. Is Bourbon Street nearby?
It's a little ways from here. Back on the other side of the river, but
He was just come back to.
Is there a way I could possibly roll and figure out what happened over on Bourbon Street? Because he was warning me about it, so I just kind of wanting to know what happened over there. My skill, so.
I would allow a wits and streetwise to give you some idea.
Alright, so my wits are. My wits is 3, and I have a 0 in streetwise. So 3d10. 3 successes. Two of the 2 of those successes are 10s.
With a 3, you don't have a specialty, so they only count as a single success.
I think he's falling asleep.
Don't fall asleep.
Negative. I just had like 4 people talking to me.
Yeah.
All right. 3 successes is gonna just let you know that there had been some increase in crime in that area, but they put together kind of a business-sponsored neighborhood watch to
Oh,
tighten
okay.
the ship over there. Basically, the business owners and residents of the French Quarter have been keeping it locked down pretty good.
Okay, it's nothing that would really, be out of normal. All right.
I mean, it's the kind of issues you have in a bigger city, but seems to, just basically
Really
being
wanna
warned it
leave.
could be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, I really don't want to leave the festival, so I'll just stick around. um, hmm. Is there anyone in the parking lot of this? Like, is there like where people are mainly parking for the festival?
There's parking areas, but there's also just kind of the streets through the park where people are parking, that sort of thing.
Okay. Do I notice any really nice rides? Nothing like new, but something that looks maintained and well worked.
There's a decent variety throughout the whole
Okay.
area. I mean, there's guys who have, there's some that are rusty piece of crap that were just enough to get people here. There's, a good spread, given it's a community festival.
Right. Just then, I'm just gonna walk, hang around, listen to some music or something.
Drinks is going to sneak off into a porta potty and try to step sideways. He's heard this weird spirit shit going on with this tree, and now's the time to investigate.
All right.
What is the gauntlet here?
5.
5. Fantastic. I got 2 successes.
So you'll be able to step sideways easily enough.
Cool. Then I'm gonna step outside. See what there is to see.
All right. Well, you would see Big Mac standing over near the tree, talking to a gentleman. Looks younger, middle-aged, and he's wearing a kind of like a grease-stained white T-shirt, pair of Levi's. He's got on some cowboy boots and like a Harley bandana tied around his head. He's got a Miller Lite in his hand, and he kind of waves to you a little bit.
Hello?
Greener.
From the call.
Drinks will head over there. Say, hey, Big Mac.
Franks, I was just thinking of you. How are you tonight?
I'm okay. How are you? Who's your friend?
Well, she just kind of chuckles and looks at him. Care to introduce yourself?
He turns and looks at you and says, I don't know, I might be disappointed in my reputation if I have to introduce myself. I mean, short of having an eagle sitting on my shoulder, I'm about as obvious as it comes, I think.
I'll go ahead and roll my intelligence spirit lore.
His name is Drinks with Spirits. He might be a little drunk.
I got 3 successes. Is that enough to know who this guy is? On spirit lore. Did you hear me, John?
3 successes, you said?
Yes, sir.
Well, you'd venture a guess from his blue-collar appearance and American as all can be garb. This is probably the American dream.
Oh, okay. Because right now you have the Joker.
Yeah, you got the street magician up. But, Drinks will say, apologies, I did not know. Or did not realize. She's right, I am a little drunk. He'll look at his beer, because I like to imagine he's dedicated. And he'll offer it to the American dream.
He's one dedicated.
Yeah.
We were just talking, and I was just thinking of you, Drinks.
Aw. That's nice.
Towards the pieces of like gates and barricades and fences in the Umbra.
That's what you're talking about.
This van with some dudes in it on the other side, right? Van apparently has a door that opens to this side.
Are they like us?
Remember how I said that the tree had a... I don't know. The last time I was here, those fences and barricades were here, and they weren't the first time I was here, I managed to get through those fences and barricades. The last time I was here, well, they weren't up, and I met this fine gentleman here. But put them back up.
Well, we could always tear them
Spirits
back down.
couldn't get in and out to the tree. They were up. I wish I could show you my demonstration, but like spirits didn't want to touch them. Didn't want to touch it, and When I threw my marker at it, it virtually exploded.
Oh, so maybe we shouldn't touch it then. Yeah.
So, my friend here has a valid point. He pointed out that drinking and driving is a serious matter.
It's not wrong.
She kind of glances in the direction of the van.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. And let's just say I don't have a license.
Driver. I don't
If
have a
only
car,
they
but
knew
I know
me.
how to get one.
I don't know how to drive, but I do know how to drink. And I know
I
how
totally know where to get a car. You know how to drink and you know how to what?
I know how to drink and I know how to drunkenly drive.
A car.
Let's get a car.
Huh. Well, I mean, we could try to. We could try to steal one and crash one into it.
Yeah, and I bet with the festival
It's
going
not
on,
like we can't get out of the car.
yeah. But with the festival
Yeah, I
people
know.
are-
I hate to ruin the festival, but you know.
I see this works because no one's going to
That's
So-
true.
So we just we go
Unless
ahead
we
and
know
cross
someone
over.
here who has a car and is willing to let us steal it.
I mean, I haven't met anybody that I knew already. I haven't seen anyone besides you, at least. Some of the local vendors, I guess, but I don't think they'd be too down with the plan.
Oh, you might be right. Hmm.
Can we see, like, is the van on the, like, on the other side of all the gates and, like, barricades and shit? John?
Is he asleep?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he fell asleep. John?
I want to yell, but I also know people have headphones in, and that wouldn't be cool. So
Warn
I'm
us
not-
and we can take our headphones off.
I want to deafen John, though. Like, that wouldn't be cool either.
Holly, go get your husband.
That's a much simpler solution and way better than my idea.
Requires more effort, though. People actually have
True.
to get up and leave their computers.
I mean, if I yell as loud as I want to, I'll have, like, strained vocal cords for a month.
And it hurts my ears.
And that's going to be annoying.
I feel like if you guys knew my character, I would fit perfect for what you need right now.
And,
Driving skill 4, dex 4, reckless daredevil.
I'm trying to kind of get us to where we can meet your character.
It
Yeah,
might be an internet problem on their end.
it could be.
Yep, Holly just left, John just left. Shit. Hopefully they get back in.
Really could be an internet problem.
Yeah, they both just dropped, so probably.
That I got bored and then what and read my engine to see if I could start any trouble. Or something.
Message in real quick. Hopefully they get back in before the time limit.
Yeah.
There's a John.
There's Holly. Oh, there's a John.
Hooray.
In theory, there's a John.
I'm here.
Yay!
Hi, John.
Hooray.
My internet seems to be acting up.
Nope. I realize that's the best advice, but yeah. So, is the van the van on the
there's
same side?
Holly.
Is the van on the same side of like the barricades and shit as we are, or would we have to pass through the barricades to get to the van via the Umbra?
The barricades would be, from where you're standing, would be on the other side of the van. So the van is between you and the barricades.
Well, perfect, because we could just get into the van and drive it into the barricade from this side.
You're gonna basically go through the gate part into the van.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait, I should ask something first. Is it like a news van where all the windows on the back, there's no windows on the back or anything, or at least they're tinted out and shit?
Yeah, it's like a utility van type.
Okay, cool. Because I'll hop into the back of it before I step sideways again.
I'm going to have his back just in case someone is in the van.
That's a good idea. Is the gauntlet still 5 in here?
Does any of us see
Yeah,
this
it's
unusual
close enough,
activity
yes.
over by the barricades and the van?
Barricades and
Negative,
stuff
because they're
are in the Umbra.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the Umbra. I forgot I have natural channels, which I believe reduces my death by 1 or 2.
1.
One?
It's
Okay,
1.
so I'm roll me 4 dice at this point.
Yeah, 4 successes with 1 fail.
Perfect. It's over like a banshee.
So how does moving into the Umbra work?
You roll your gnosis against the gauntlet in the area. And the more successes, the less time
Or
it
you can
takes.
spend a gnosis point.
Yeah, or you can spend a gnosis.
Alright, I guess I'll just check out the Umbra as well because my character's just kind of hanging around.
Well, bear in mind too.
Keep
if
in
people
mind,
witness you do it, that's a big security breach.
Veil breach.
Yeah. That's why I said
Right. So, Tiger, you're stepping back the other way into the van.
Yep.
Right, I'll give them a. And There's no one in the van, but you do hear one of the voice shouts. Say, "You hear something?"
More dexterity.
I'm going to roll my dexterity to sneak. I don't have any stealth, so
Like the fate rate.
so
What's your dex?
I think it's 2. This could be bad.
Alright.
I'd like to spend a willpower.
Alright, good thing you did.
Oh god.
You succeeded because of that willpower.
Oh really?
You were a boss otherwise.
Oh, it just makes it a fail.
I don't know how to run
Yeah.
this game.
You're not really stealthy, but you're not like face planting either. The diff 8 or diff 7?
I
I guess
think
it doesn't matter, but
It'd be 7 because it should be a +1.
I can
Yeah.
remember.
I think we may have to take you.
Possibly. What is? Oh yeah.
Compared to your nun.
oh, the other guy looks at him and just says, "Yeah, probably just some gear that shifted."
Matt kind of said she was going to have his back during this. Physical, right? To deal with this van. Correct?
Yeah, he went to the physical. Yes.
Yeah, after he climbed in the van. So I would have found somewhere to hop back into the physical after peeking that was safe, that was very close to the van.
All right. Yeah, there's other vehicles parked in that area. There's some loosely wooded area. Plenty of options.
Okay.
So is the van only in
She
the
is
Umbra?
going to she's going to come out of the wooded area, like kind of making it look like she's picking flowers.
Okay.
Ah,
These dudes.
All right. So you just come up picking flowers and stuff.
That's what she's going to appear to be doing, kind of making noise while doing so. Maybe doing something distracting, picking flowers, singing loudly.
one of my flaws is curiosity. So do I have to go check that out, hearing what she's doing?
I mean, she's just over picking flowers. I don't know
Nah,
if
I'll go.
I don't know if that's going to necessarily kick off curiosity.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna go talk to her or something.
Does it seem to be working? Like, does me being loud or anything seem to catch these people's attention?
I mean, they're kind of looking over to see what's going on over around you, because obviously that's kind of where they're doing work or whatever. But so they look over
Well,
your
then.
way.
I have a feeling Big Mac is getting arrested soon. Next.
Jeremy's gonna go
She's
come
about
over.
to cause a really big distraction. And it's not. She's not going to do anything violent. She is going to make herself a crown of flowers.
Okay.
She is going to take her dress off and start dancing in the nude.
Oh, that's lovely because Jeremy just walked up. Okay. That's a nice intention. Jeremy says, screw it, and he strips his clothes off too and jumps up with her.
Lucas is gonna wait and see if they walk away from the van.
These two guards do kind of start heading over that direction. They look like city workers, but you can tell their gear is not typical city worker.
Cool.
And she's going to make it a point to like start dancing in the nude, like towards them, like wondering what the fuck this other dude's deal is. But she's just gonna keep doing her own thing.
And did they happen to leave the keys in the van?
High or low?
Let's go high. Yeah.
They did.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and start the van.
All right.
And I'm going to run it. The barricades are also on this side, right?
Yeah, they have them set up over here too.
Okay. I'm going to run the van in such a way that it'll hit the barricades, but hopefully not, like, ram straight into the fucking tree.
No, you're driving away from the tree if you're going for the barricades.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and hit the fucking barricades then. And I'm going to drop a Gnosis right before impact, step sideways.
All right. So just as it hits, you're failing.
Yep. This may end well or poorly. I don't know yet, but it'll be fun either way.
Well, a number of people duck as the van smashes into the gates. And if Elizabeth, if you're still over kind of by Gideon, you see him kind of start heading over that direction.
Is Gideon the guy with the shotgun?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because Eli's been over there the entire time. Yeah, he starts continuing to follow the guy.
All right. This gentleman will come up to Dresser and Von T as well. You guys would... I know Dresser has met him here.
Doesn't he own the shop?
He
I own the garage.
This guy was at the shop, yes. He's one of the... That's right.
And she's met him.
Yep. You guys talked to him before you went to check out the fountain rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about me or someone else? The guard with the shotgun.
No, they're talking about
He's
the
talking about the character
man
inside.
picture there. The grab my notes here. Exactly. He has the apothecary section of the Historic Voodoo Museum. And he'll come up first to dress her, and he gives him kind of a good old boy handshake. You know, gets right up.
He daps him back.
It's good to see you out tonight, brother.
Hey, fam, you know I had to come out and see, touch the people, you know.
Sure, a good thing.
Hey, bro, you spoke, I listened. You think I had all these folks up here for no reason, partner? You said it had to be done. Just wasn't nothing but a word.
It did indeed have to be done, as you say. This is a good thing here. People, they remember the dreams this way.
Hey, please believe me. I'm all about making this place better than it is. You know what I'm saying? I was coming up, shit was rough. Trying to keep it as light as I can. Feel me?
Strange allies tonight, though.
Bruh, you ain't never lied. This one dude showed up, I didn't know what he was. Another cat was one of them drinking blood dudes. There might be some weird shit out here. Just saying, watch your back.
It's always good when we get strange allies.
Damn, I don't know nothing about no allies and I know Bonte's pretty cool, but I don't know the rest of these cats, you know what I'm saying?
The man with the gun is pointing at the other direction. I call that a win.
That don't mean nothing. We don't, hey, for the next, whatever. All I'm saying, just watch your back, all right? Please believe me.
And
John, he does reach into his pocket. He pulls out a cigarillo. He lights it up. Just doesn't even notice it. Like, you feel
me? So when the vehicle does make impact, Big Mac is going to stop and stare at it in awe. Like, what the heck just happened? Or at least try to make it look that way.
Roll your bullshit.
Right.
It'll be a manipulation subterfuge.
Come on.
Do we both have to roll it or just her?
Because I'm actively being like, wait, what?
She knows what's going on and still is trying to pretend otherwise. You didn't know the van was going to smash into anything, so it would be a genuine shock to you.
All right. Standard or what?
Yes.
She's standing there in the nude with the depression.
How is she not going to know that's going to happen? Somebody dancing in the nude around traffic, you know that's going to cause accidents. I'm not wrong.
Damn right. Just in the back.
So yeah, she's staring at this like, holy crap, what are the other people doing that just witnessed this? Typically the goons that were standing by it in the first.
All right. Well, they kind of have no idea either. So they're looking, and Gideon walks up to him and he says, "What in the hell are you two doing? Christ, leave your truck in gear? What happened if that would have been going a different direction? I could have had civilians injured here.
You
Maybe
can
ought to-
abruptly get clothes back on.
And Gideon appears to be basically ignoring you guys.
That's probably a good thing. But Big Mac's listening to the sirens.
To watch by any chance? Actually, wait. So, gets in her dress that she threw on the ground. The items that I find.
Probably not, because it's Big Mac.
You find
No.
loose Big Mac wrappers.
Maybe a waffle.
No, because she wasn't wearing her jacket and everything.
Still,
It's true.
it's Big Mac.
She was literally just wearing that dress and sandals. She didn't have pockets.
Maybe
or
the
anything.
dress would have pockets, maybe. All right, well, he's gonna just shrug and put his jacket and his shirt like over on his shoulder. He's not gonna put it on just yet. He's gonna like shake her hand, thanks for the dance, and then walk off.
She's so confused.
Because she had a wristwatch on. See if I can slip that off her wrist.
This is Big Mac.
She is also a bone knocker, so
Yeah. Well, we know each other since we're both bone gnawers.
not necessarily. It kind of depends on your character's sister. And hers, I suppose.
Big Mac is going to make a bolt for the trees.
All right. You're able to reach the trees, no problem. These Gideon's basically grilling the hell out of these two guys.
Do I see the crawdad lady? I don't have to know her name. I just know it's crawdad lady. You give me crawdad. I don't remember. Crawdad.
I mean,
Yeah,
Once
that
she's
would be
back in the
Liz.
trees, she's stepping back side. So my gnosis and the gauntlets, what, 5?
Yes, 5.
yeah,
Oh.
the lady
I mean, are they still in the Umbra or?
No, that was in the physical. She's running into the woods and jumping in the Umbra.
Just one of the two goons over by the
I dice.
goons over by the where the van used to be. There seemed to be like a leader of the two of them. Like this one seemed to be.
Not really. They're both just wearing basically like city uniforms.
He's gonna walk over to them and like, the hell you guys think you're doing? I mean, seriously, people could be hurt. I think you should leave. You're not doing any good here. You really should leave. And what's their current willpower?
Uh, 4 and 5.
All right, so aiming at a 5 difficulty. Good to know. Or well, sorry, the aiming for the bigger guy, so the 5. With and that was a command, by the way.
Gotcha.
And spending a willpower on this one. So that's 5 successes.
Looks at the other guy and he goes, "Yeah, we should probably get out of here. I'm gonna have enough paperwork as it is." And off, and he grabs the truck keys as he walks past. He just kind of shakes his head as he looks at it.
Eli will just shake his head, take out a piece of paper, write down the license plate, the numbers, and that stuff. Description of the van, such like that.
So, Drinks, you're back on the other side.
Indeed.
And your pal, the American Dream, gestures and says, "I think your friend over there could use some help. The proverbial door caught her on the way through."
Oh dear. Okay. I will, So you just rolled a step sideways as normal and you just like grab them on your way through, right? To assist with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or she can wait an hour. I mean, that's up to her, I guess.
I mean, I'd rather not, but
Struggling. I mean,
it's awfully cold in here.
3 successes. 3 successes to step sideways and grab my good friend Big Mac on the way.
So is he stepping back into the physical, or is he pulling her into the Umbra?
If I had the option, I'd rather just pull you into the Umbra, but I'm not sure if it works that way.
I'd allow that.
Okay, I'm gonna just pull her into the Umbra.
Naked. Kidding. Thanks.
Good distraction. You're welcome.
He just starts pulling the dress back over herself. She just kind of looks around. Well, they didn't know what to do. She actually turns to look and see what the damage is to the gates and shit.
They appear to be like the frames are twisted and bent and pieces. Damaged, that sort of thing.
so is the Umbra like universe or?
Yeah, it's a reflection realm, basically.
Okay, so what we
It's
see.
the spiritual realm of the other, a spiritual reflection of the material world.
She kind of looks at Drinks and she's like, "Good work, man," and lifts her hand for a high five.
Go high five.
Yeah.
For the nation.
Nation.
Jeremy's going to run out of things to do. See if there's anything going on in Umbra or something. I don't know.
She kind of
Feel like a
looks
way
over to the
that I
American Dream
noticed.
and she's like,
Be like a way for me.
I'm not sure who's cutting out.
It wasn't either. I thought it was me at first, to be honest. The way tonight's been going.
Is it me?
I think you did briefly.
Am I cutting?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit.
So this fence they just crashed into and they
Railroad.
How
yeah.
about now?
It's
So
a little
that-
better.
So they're like know what's going on in the Umbra.
No, if you're on the material, you don't know what's going on unless you were to peek over or go over there.
I guess they'll peek go to see what's going on. You know, trying to find something to do.
All right, let me wrap up, loop back to the conversation with, well, never mind, Natalie is on the phone. All right. Peek to the Umbra. That is a Gnosis roll, I believe.
but the difficulty of the gauntlet.
Yeah, so roll your Gnosis difficulty 5.
Well, I only have what? So.
When you guys take that, get something, John.
I passed. Success.
Okay. So you can just see on the other side that the chick you were talking to is talking to 2 other guys over there. And
All
Kim, I
right,
didn't catch
find
what you said.
interest. All
I said when you
I find
take
interest.
it, I have something I want to do.
All right. We'll jump to Kim.
She's gonna look at the security you did. See, that fence is very heavily damaged and been out of shape, you know. Might be a public health and safety hazard. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. Nods and says, yeah, seems to me that's probably not the best place for someone to leave something like that.
Most certainly not.
Yet both the city workers just left. Oh. Some people are going to get complaints in the morning.
Oh my god.
Just fully jump over.
That would be a additional Gnosis roll then to step sideways.
Where are you doing it at?
Be a specific place to do it.
Well,
Well,
you don't have to, but
It's a good idea to be out of sight whenever you do it.
Go to my
Because
El
people will
Camino
never
and just kind of lay
disappear.
down it, like in the parking lot, and get in my El Camino and lay down in like the vehicle and then try and go in.
all right.
All right.
We're gonna hop back to Adewale talking to Dresser and Bon T here. So tell me, brother, are you plan on setting up shop here regular?
Look, man, I don't even know how the wind blow and all that. I mean, it might be cool to set up something on a permanent, but I get permits and bread together. I figure as long as I do something monthly, like full moons and special social occasions. He looks over at Bonte and welcomes his eyebrows. You know, that type of thing. That would be a good time to be over here. You know, just keep it jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like a pop up club or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Monty just gives him a grin.
There's certainly merit to that.
And plus, all manner of cats is interested in this place. Got a Japanese dude teaching to college. His old brother, old cat from like way back. Like I just get off the boat in Africa. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, we all blood brothers now, so it's all cool.
Which brother might that be, I wonder?
I don't even know. Old cat, lots of wrinkles and shit. Carry around a stick. Talk like he was just, you know, it's old head.
Doesn't sound like our friend Papa Midnight. He's a... Although anything is possible, to be fair.
No, it was not Papa Midnight.
Some other old brother. He was cool though.
Well, I guess there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, you got my boy Joe Steels up here. He was rocking the mic a few minutes ago. You missed it. It was pretty crazy.
I wondered what brought the musicians out. Were you responsible for bringing Mr. Miller here as well?
Out of character, that's funny, John. Could be not. Who's to say? Word gets out. Free haircuts, bro.
Well, given to understand he runs in some of the same circles. You follow my meaning, so.
Hey, he about it, just like me. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I'm not. I used to be about it. I'm a good kid now. I'm just saying.
I think Lee runs in some different, similar circles. He's likes to get people worked up, riled up, you know.
Hey, and people get crunk. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes people need to be, you know. Look, these little boys, little girls need something to do. A lot of these people putting money in the community. That's all good. Trying to make it beautiful and fun. This tree is a good place to gather. Why we shouldn't take advantage.
Fair point.
Look, you said this place needed new blood, though, right? Needed people around it so they can catch the feelings, right? Well, we got everybody up here making all this noise and eating all this food and getting together this whole fellowship. Ain't nothing wrong with that, player. Anybody ain't trouble. They got goons. They got my boys. They got cops. Everybody being good. But hey, sometimes let me tell you, dude, I gave a fade up to. I don't know what he was, but he was here acting a fool.
If I didn't know better, I would swear he was ready to throw fists at that man. Oh, who throws fists at a man with a shotgun?
Hey, man, some people just some people built that way. I tried to tell him. I said, "Hey, penitentiary rules in effect. Platinum, you got to mind. Look, hey, respect yourself. Respect those around you. You talking about?"
I'm just glad nobody got shot.
Blessings. Just saying, blessings is all I'm talking about. Blessings.
Some people don't respect the authority necessarily as much.
Hey man, gun don't mean authority or whatever, but that old boy was not no regular dude. He was on some type of different type shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but they overhear piece of the conversation, and paperwork make authority pretty well.
I
Get the license and
And
you tend to have some legitimacy.
hey, on the ground a man can hold is one on his 2 feet. You know what I mean?
There's
They got people's in the sections riding around now, holding shit down. Ain't got no paperwork, just trying to work that paper. You know what I'm talking about?
well, yeah, happened to catch his name. He hands off a card to you. He says, "Might want to look into it, see if he's someone of interest later."
You ain't said nothing but a word, Pat. You met Bonchi?
She visited my shop a bit.
But you ran out of scarves?
I was there for herbs and information.
Oh, voodoo shit. All right, cool. Hey, what do you think?
And I did. I have done it quite well.
He does not take the bait. Look though, can I ask y'all a question?
Of course.
Now, other day when we was at that festival, we was conversing. I've been feeling a little then. Y'all feel a little different since then?
You've been feeling different.
Yeah, different.
She's gonna step closer and kind of look up one side of his face, down the other, put her hands on his chest and like feel.
His skin is fever hot to the touch, as you well know.
I would say you do not have a cold, that is for sure.
That's all good.
You do not look different.
I mean, you ain't expecting me thoroughly, though. You know what I mean?
She starts reaching down towards your pants.
I mean, I.
And she undoes the buckle and puts her hand down there and starts feeling and examining like everything, making sure it feels right. Nothing funny about it.
He's inspecting his nails as you do this. Good? Good, right? I'm good?
I would say you are very good.
Alright, cool.
One of my few return customers. And she gives him a wink.
Hey, you said that only happened on special days? It's not one of those days I'm not trying to die. Even though that sound is worth like almost dying.
The Adewale's going to say, "I have a friend here I think you should meet. Let me see where he is. I believe he may have stepped away for a moment." And he heads off kind of into the woods area.
Where is this old cat going? Would you...
He takes her hands out and buckles you back up.
You trying to get me to die? This is how the brothers die from you, isn't it? So you get them all hooked on, you get them hooked on the 90, and then you be like, "Hey, you want to come back in?" And then they show up and they die. That's messed up, though.
She just pats your cheek and smiles. Are we going to go with him or not?
Ain't walk with no old brother in the woods, man. You don't know where that brother going. I don't know where he going. No, my mama didn't raise no fool. Okay.
And Bonte starts following after them. Him.
All right.
I'm so dumb.
Tiger, you and Drinks and Big Mac would see Adewale come out of the woods in the Umbra. And he walks up and kind of gives a formal nod to the spirit with you.
If you look,
I take it he's all right if you know him.
And the dream gestures and says, Adewale here has been keeping the dream alive for folks around here, even when, you know how it is, paperwork and shit goes sideways. And
Shit.
Do I see this?
Him. What she's doing. Ha ha ha. Sent to the true form.
he's a man of many talents, but more importantly, he's also a man of the city and of the culture.
Yeah.
Any chance?
From the parking lot, you might see them kind of like, you can see there's a group of people over. There's another person join those two. But
I'm gonna walk on over. Go over.
Sent to the true form. I have one success.
Adewale says to the dream, he says, got a couple of folks on the other side probably should meet you and whatnot. You know, they got trying to encourage them to, well, make a little bit of personal touch to the area. Since it's just, you know, kind of laying here, as it were. And the dream looks at him and says, well, if they think they're good people.
What makes you think we're bad people?
Adewale looks at you and says, I don't really know you. I'm just thinking more of the fellas over there. What, them that, you know, they got dreams of their own and they're keeping them alive.
I'm gonna shake this guy's hand.
Yeah, he'll just kind of look at you.
Named Jeremy.
So, what can I do for you, Jeremy?
I'm just bored.
Whole festival and you're bored?
Yeah, I ate some food, had a beer. Some guy arrived with a shotgun. He was interesting for a bit. I met a barber. He's pretty nice. And there was a chick that was, oh, there she is. Yeah, she was dancing around naked. Danced for a little bit,
Idiot.
but then
She face palms when he says she was dancing around naked. You were the one dancing around naked for no reason. I'm almost certain of this.
Yeah, she had a perfect.
again, there was no reason. I just kind of got bored and danced with you. Anyways, now I'm here.
I miss
Big
naked.
Mac just shakes her head and face palms.
Why is she naked?
What?
Who's naked?
No one now. She was naked.
That's some bullshit. I always missed the naked.
Sorry. I guess it worked. She kind of glances at drinks.
Okay, so y'all are having an Umbro conversation, and us not in the Umbro can't see you, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I was confused.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll shrug and smile. So what are we up to?
Looks like
Yeah, and
Not
that
to get
walks.
arrested for indecent exposure.
I can't
Well, that's
speak.
easy
to you.
enough.
I'm here to take these folk to meet a couple of friends. What got themselves a good opportunity here?
Cool. Can I join?
I mean, you can do what you do, but I don't know you. So as far as being part of this opportunity, I don't really see that as being my place to agree to.
Right. Right. All right. And
Yes.
If you said anything after and, then yes.
I just said I'll shrug and hang around and listen.
Yeah, Adewale looks at Big Mac and at drinks and says, I got a couple of folk over on the other side that, well, we probably should at least get to know this fine gentleman here. Whether you want to chat with him or not is I'll leave to your discretion, but and he starts heading back towards the woods. He says, probably quicker to catch them on the other side. I don't know if they're real well versed.
Big Mac raises a brow.
Thinks this is gonna shrug. I don't know. I did what I came here to do. I'll see you later, Big Mac. And he's gonna get gone. So I gotta go.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Um,
Yeah.
Shrug and glance at the American guy who says his name is Jeremy, the other naked literally at random.
He'll smile, say hi.
Hi. All right. She's gonna try. He said he had walked was walking back into those trees out of the Umbra.
Correct.
As he's walking away, she's gonna try to sniff him again.
Gonna try and what?
I have a gift.
Adewale? All right.
Well, this time I have 3 if my perception counts, or sorry, 4 if my uncanny, blah blah blah. 2, yeah, 3. Otherwise, it's 2.
Alright. 3, I think, should do it. That you would know that he is a mage.
Gandalf's. She says quietly under her breath.
Want some Lord of the Rings shit?
And I suppose she'll go follow and see what they want to have a conversation about.
Jeremy will follow. Nothing else to do.
So, and she's going to sniff him too, but I believe on other Gru it's an automatic success. Listen to the true form. Yeah. Another Guru automatically. So, proper name you want to give yourself, or?
Some people call me Pup. Other than that, you can call me Jeremy. Jeremy, Pup. Both of them work.
Ray Ann Lewis, born under a new moon, child of Rat.
Well, I'm just a bone gnawer. Born at a Galliard. I'm just kind of here. Do I see the van?
Yeah, I mean, it's busted up and smashed into a bunch of gates and everything is damaged.
Okay, I'm gonna
It
say.
looks like there's a tow truck pulling up to take care of it.
I'm gonna say, if you want, you take that over to my garage and I'll fix it up for you.
Yeah, Gideon
Damn
is there and he
man.
says, I'm fairly certain I still have to, city property still belongs to the city.
Yeah, well, consider it like a city community service, although I'll be getting paid. Anyways, I can work on it.
I'm not in a position to authorize that. The city calling
But
for
are
it
you
towed to
are
their
you-
garage.
are you in position to put a good word in for me?
I mean, they're taking it to their city garage. What they do with it from there is on them.
You're no help. Is are any of my flaws active right now?
Negative. It's a fairly tame situation.
Okay.
Eli's still
So-
standing around watching the whole thing, taking notes.
Is Eli with us?
Eli hasn't left the scene where the van was, because
I'm gonna go say hi to Eli.
two city workers just fled a scene of an accident.
I'm gonna go talk to Eli.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and say, "What'd you do to it?"
But I do what?
Van.
The van? I didn't do nothing.
Uh-huh. But we all know how that really worked out. Anyways,
Excuse me?
named Jeremy.
You come over to me and claim that I did something to some van that rode into some kind of barricade while my ass was over there, And then you want to be all nicey?
Yeah, pretty much. My name's Jeremy. What's your name?
None your damn business, that's what it is.
All right, none of your damn business. So, what you up to?
He literally walks away from you.
He sighs and then goes and tries to find something else to do. Oh, Eli around.
So, Big Mac, you stuck with Adewale and American Dream,
Yep.
going over to Dresser and Bunty. He walks up to the two of them, and he kind of looks more at Bunty. She's obviously more familiar with dealing with spirits and stuff. He gathers that's not Dresser's angle, and he kind of gestures and he says, "This here's my friend. He's he's a dreamer of sorts, big dreams."
Real
We
big
shared hot
dreams.
dogs and a drink there a few days ago, week ago.
Yeah.
Did we not? Here at the tree.
Mm. Yes. Sweet guy.
He nods and says, "Yeah, I recall you. I don't know that your friend here is there though."
He was not. This is Dresser.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah,
Dresser, it's a
Big Mac.
pleasure. And tell me, Mr. Dresser, what is it that you do?
Huh? What? Huh? What?
Well, Mr. Adewale here says that, well, perhaps you and your friend here might be able to put a little personal touch on the area. And so,
Did you ask me to be a lawn dude? Am I like you want me to garden this motherfucker, or you want me to have people show up and party at it? Which one do you want me to do? Because one of them is gonna happen, the other one ain't.
he chuckles a little bit and he says, well, thinking more along the lines of investment, as it were.
Investment, huh? You want me to put some money down? I can put some paper down, no problem.
I don't know that paper's necessary, but, put a little time in, that sort of thing.
Hey, look, man, older head said to do that. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my grandma and them taught me well. Old heads ask you to do stuff.
Yeah,
Look
you
'em up.
can do it enough, and it's get to be a point where it's kind of yours, responds to you.
You think I want something, Patton? Nah, man, this is good for the neighborhood. People get to come out of cities and stuff and hang out in the park and everything. I figure make this place for folk want to show up at, dog. It's good for everybody, dog. I don't even need nothing, though.
I'll make sure it is taken care of.
It's kind of more along the lines of what we're thinking, not necessarily a ownership like on paper, more well, how do you think of it? Sort of a deal with well, the guy might take pride in his neighborhood, right?
It's
Why you
more
talking to me
connection with it.
Why you
Yes.
talking to me like you think I'm not gonna understand what the hell you talking about, partner? Like you trying to translate to another language.
Just want to make sure you're seeing the benefit of it.
The benefit is the children got a place to play.
Yeah, well, that's true. And we got to make sure nobody screws with that, as it were.
I'm cool with that. Who is this him?
And Shearwell, let's say he's a man who's invested in this a little more heavily than you or I would be.
Big Mac just nods and kind of that American Dream
Yeah.
heavily invested.
Might not be his only home, but it's a residency.
Why do I feel like we all having 3 different conversations?
Because there's only 2 conversations and you're missing one of them.
Probably.
I'll make sure dreams do not get shattered here. I'll make sure they stay alive.
What in the hell is you talking about?
She gestures towards the tree, kind of pointing up at the little mobiles that are hanging in it, wind chimes and whatnot.
It's a big ass tree. If anybody trying to be
It's
asshole,
like she gets it. She gets it.
what is y'all talking about?
These little trinkets were put here because people had dreams of something bigger. You got it?
Who are you?
I'm Big Mac.
Like a quarter pounder. You ain't no Big Mac.
Kind of narrows her eyes, but it's totally not. It's serious, but not serious, if that makes any sense at all.
Keep the tree from getting fucked with. Have parties. This is not complicated. I can do these things. For the town, right?
Yes, it's good for the town. Good for the people.
Shit.
Yes, it is.
Ain't shit wrong with that.
So make sure that people come and enjoy.
Yeah.
Make sure that they...
Parties.
But make sure they are not destructive.
Anybody fuck with that tree, they go through me and my boys. No problem.
Excellent. The tree will be cared for.
Why do I feel like y'all talking about something more than what I think y'all talking about?
Because there's more than just this world, and she's gonna kind of touch his chest.
Why you want to do that?
Because at some point, death comes for us all. And that's where the other world is.
You could be less creepy. It would make you way more hot.
She's just gonna give him a pouty face and just kind of pet the snake on her neck.
Kind of glance.
Cool. The old heads want me to take care of the tree. I can do that. The big sandwich lit girl over there says it's a good idea. So does Bonti, my homie. I'm not seeing a downside.
And I think we may be in accordance. There's very little downside.
Yeah, but here's the question though. Like, I'm all for defending this tree with some goons and everything. I mean, does she have like an AK in her dress or something? Just saying. I mean, Bonti got like superpowers or whatever. Do you have like an AK or you super rich or something and you can like buy like some security or something?
Looking for some other kinds of protection.
Yeah, I'm looking at her. She weighed like $125. So who was she defending against? Is she like a kung fu expert or something?
She kind of glances at the American Dream because she dream and then
I would call her more a sister in the spirit.
Sister in the spirit. Does she have some goons on like speed dial she can call if things get tense
She has friends.
or something? Do
I
these
wouldn't
friends
call
have
them
guns?
goons, but I got friends.
Do these friends have guns?
My
Do these friends have
Friends,
money or something? Yeah, please believe me.
They are filled with energy.
Dude, everybody feel the energy. They be dead, Monty. Come on now.
No,
But it
they
wasn't
have
last night.
energy different than ours, but they have
Different
energy.
than what? Why can't y'all just tell me what's going on?
I do not know what she is, just that she has energy. Strong
What
energy.
she is? What you mean what she is? What you mean?
She could be like, who
She ain't
knows?
like Avalon.
Big
I
Mac just kind
don't
of smirked.
think so. Avalon's energy was centered differently.
Sit. What the fuck?
Hers
Hey,
is more
Miss Lady.
free flowing within herself, if
Miss
that
Lady,
makes sense.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I know Monty got superpowers, and I know the old head is an old head, and old people know shit, and other dude over there ain't quite regular. What do you do?
She's kind of gonna glance at Wally and be like, I'm going to go ahead and leap a guess and say they're like you.
Yeah.
Like what? Black? What?
Big Mac face palms when he says that.
Yeah, chuckles and says,
What I meant.
yes, they both are familiar with other ways. And he'll look at Dress and he'll go, you know, them stories of, you know, like talk about boogeymen from the other land, or they, you know, maybe Grandma talked about the skin changers, or
You mean Luke Garou?
well, yeah, to the French, we did the other kinds as well.
Yeah, those are stories,
So-
dog.
Lion Kings and
Yeah, those are stories, bro.
Are you a lion then,
Yes.
young woman?
Stories. You go out into the swamp, fuck around, gator men.
Like Randolph being stories?
Like who?
Like Dracula and shit?
Hey man, don't fuck with Dracula, but his girlfriend is hot like fire. Let me tell you though, for real.
So are you
Right.
the lion or the wolf or bear then?
What? What? Is you Dorothy or something all of a sudden? Those are stories. Luke Garou ain't real.
We are story dresser. We do not exist outside of our world.
No.
She looks
I
at,
have it on good authority. We've been us for a good
Ada
long time.
Wally, an American Dream, and she's just kind of like, is this guy for real?
You go in the woods on a full moon and you say this little thing, and Luke Garou will get you, or Gator Man will get you. But those are stories. That's not real.
Kind of looks at them, and then kind of looks around. And besides this in the area,
I mean, the festival's kind of cleared out in this area just because of the
okay.
mess over here being cleaned up.
Big Mac wants to flash a smile, but she kind of wants to Wolf eyes. Large. I'm not sure what is it. 8, 9.
Partials are 9. They're very difficult.
Unless
You have certain feats. Yeah. Or certain gifts.
I got 2 feet, one on each leg.
But are they the right feet on the right leg?
Yeah. A drop of willpower on rolling this. George.
All right.
Okay. I have 1 success courtesy willpower roll.
That's all you need, by definition.
Eyes to wolfy eyes.
Oh, shit, I can do that.
Dresser.
Yo, shit, I can do that. That don't make me no wolf, man. You want to see? All right.
Wow.
Hey, John.
Show me.
Awesome, because I can do that. He does something weird with his fingers over his eyes. I got a success. And a willpower, so that's 2.
No, that'll be
He goes-
sufficient to change them.
He blinks for a second, and his flick to wolf eyes. He goes, "What else?"
Good work. Congratulations. It's very unnatural on you.
I have a point about Mark. Not know that he's a werewolf, or it, or what? I'm confused.
Bunty and Dresser are not werewolves.
Oh,
So wait, you mean to tell me that you a Luke Garu? You a real wolf person?
Yes.
That is cool as shit, though. For real?
Kind of nods.
Like you do the big ass, like huge, like old person. Like, do you get like super tall?
We don't like to do that. Potentially see. Freaks them the fuck out.
So you like a super thug for real on the low low?
For real, I Hulk out.
Son of a bitch. That's what I'm talking about. See, they say you do stuff like that. That ain't the same way they do it. So that's extra awesome. Why didn't you just tell me she was a super thug? Why didn't you say that? I'm a big ass super thug. Why didn't you just start off with that now?
Whoa. No one said I was a super thug. But
You're into a big ass werewolf. Who's fucking with you? Nobody fucking with you. You're big ass werewolf.
There are many things bigger than a werewolf.
Sandwich eating motherfucker. You got big ass claws too.
Adewale chuckles and he says, "This one hasn't ever visited the crossroads on a quiet night with Papa Midnight, has he?"
I do not think so.
who?
I think last time I saw him there, he went downstairs.
That's a whole different side of the crossroads.
Look, I have predilections, okay?
I missed something here, man.
They have the hookahs downstairs.
Hey, look, I ain't paying for shit. I got complimentary. Thank you very much. This brother has skills.
He does. Most of them revolve around his hands on his heaps.
Can you just not? You gotta tell everybody for real.
She just kind of shrugs, like, oh?
Since Eli was walking away from Jeremy, Jeremy got bored and walked over to the commotion of this little group over here.
Seeing the man who wants to be all physical with the guy with the shotgun, Bonte's gonna ask Big Mac. Since he seems to like to go throwing fists towards men with shotguns, does that mean he's one of yours?
I just met him, but
I'm just kind of here.
So, like, if a dude walks up on you with a shotty, right? He starts acting all ignorant, like he gonna start some static. You just wolf out at him and fuck him up.
I mean, if I really wanted to, but to be honest, that takes way too much effort.
Clip a string, Chatty Cathy. I wasn't even talking to you, Clip. I was talking to her right now.
Well, this gentleman in the robes will walk up and he kind of nods to Adewale, who gives him a fairly respectful nod as well.
That's a goddamn ninja. What is this place?
He's actually, you can tell he's dressed in formal robes. They appear to be Middle Eastern of some sort. And he,
Person with no,
Anything look loose on him?
goddamn ninja.
he will nod to you and Bonte as well. You had both seen him at the Pagan Fest.
I remember him. Should give him a very polite, respectful nodding bow.
I don't remember much other than the fact you got a scar on your hip right there.
He says, I'm given to understand the two of you had some involvement in establishing this.
Indeed, man.
It's
I
That was
reached
a,
my hand out to shake his hand.
Big Mac
Yeah.
raises an eyebrow at the stranger.
just kind of looks at the two of you. And he says, I don't believe we've met.
I believe.
Is he
you're
saying that
correct.
to Bonte?
Who?
No, to
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Fran, but you can call me Big Mac. Everybody else does.
Everyone except for Dresser.
I don't know this dude. When did I meet this dude, supposedly? Allegedly.
No, everybody but you calls her Big Mac.
I'm gonna call her whatever the hell she telling me. She turned to a big ass werewolf. Saw my goddamn face off. You playing for real? Shit.
Jeremy.
Hold tight. Pat. All these cats give you these cool ass names. You got a Big Mac, you got a Dresser, you got a Bonte. Your name's Jeremy. Come on, you gotta come with something cooler than that.
Well, then you can.
Well, are you like a ninja too? Cause I know what she brings.
More of a mechanic.
I'm the Flash.
We can call him the Crazy Pup. Crazy little dog that he was.
This dude over here in the ninja outfit, though. I don't know him. I've never met him Old head. Who is this cat?
He is one of the one of the ones who's sort of not in charge, but as close to in charge as we get. There.
In charge of what? No?
Well, no, our kind. They kind of represent us
Us who?
and speak on our behalf to the other folk of the night. The us that reshapes reality to our whims.
What, if somebody in here don't start speaking English, I'm gonna have a problem.
I speak English, but you didn't like when I spoke.
And with the call for somebody to speak English, Eli will make his way over.
Who is this motherfucker?
Well, that wrecked the van.
Who, me? They call me the
Well,
doc.
it's-
Okay, so we got the ninja dude over here, who's the person that runs it for the reality bender people. The old head, you got Big Mac Cuisinart, we got Jeremy Pup dude, and you. Who are you?
Me?
No, motherfucker, the other motherfucker behind you. For real though.
He knows his kind. He actually looks behind him. No, they call me the doctor. Doc.
Can't get him to stop.
you
Nah,
know, like,
I don't mind it when they call me that.
Yeah. The guy in the robes looks at you and says, "You're the one they call Dresser, correct?"
Yeah, what's up, family?
My name is Khurshid.
What up, though? Was you at the paying thing?
I was.
I was busy.
I noticed.
You did? My bad. In my defense, she's a freak, okay? Not my fault.
I did not at any time say there was a problem with what you were doing.
He looks, he goes, that ain't your old boyfriend, is it? Monty, I'm not going to get jumped by the dude that wraps up. That's not your old boyfriend, right?
Does he look dead to you?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
She'll just give you a non-committal shrug.
has this guy shook in my hand yet?
He is not.
No, I'm gonna keep my hand out and wait for him to shake my hand.
He looks at you and then kind of looks around and he says, "I don't know that we are familiar enough with one another for physical contact. That is an awful personal request."
So you don't give daps, hugs, and nothing. You just be like, I'm going to be over here and be Khurshid.
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with just a little, handshake, wingle diddly,
Hey, ain't nobody wiggling, diddling nobody over here.
Put it down.
Oh
Shit.
God!
He will.
He
He holds
said,
out.
all right, and he kind of on the shoulder. Sorry about that.
Look, I'm not trying to do with nobody, at least until, we've had 1 or 2 dates, whatever. We've established that sort of relationship.
I can get us some drinks.
I don't drink water or alcohol. But if you wet a brother up 2 cups of blood, I'll hit you with that.
He will look at you and say, well, he says, no, I don't really do handshakes so much, but then he pulls out a pipe out of his robes and offers it to Dresser and says, I do know how to share some good stuff. From what I hear, that's something you can relate to.
I have, on occasion, sampled some Cookie Kush, White Widow, on occasion. I did not inhale them.
This would be an occasion where I would consider where you're going to do so.
Are you smoking something? So what is this? Some kind of like we're going to show. So what is this? Some kind of club, special secret meeting?
Ooh, for once, I know more than somebody else. Let me do it. Can I please?
He just chuckles and looks at you.
Aye.
Dresser?
Huh?
It's Mr. Dresser, and she starts motioning.
Aye. Look here, young buck. All these assorted fellows and fellettes have showed up to congregate and be like, we're going to protect this young tree and keep you from fucking with it. Yeah. And we all ain't the same thing. Like, she's a werewolf thing, Luke Garou, and old head over there is an old head, and the older head over there is an even older head. This is Bonte, and she has the bomb. She's amazing. But she's my road dog, though. She's my home.
Okay.
And I don't know what that dude does. But we all decided we're going to definitely make this place, whatever it is, protect it. And what y'all say? Was that weird shit about dreams from breaking or whatever? I don't know what they're talking about.
Let me tell you what. This dude, she motions towards the dream, the one that Dresser obviously has no idea. He's the most amazing of all of us.
Have you heard? Have you met Avalon and Bonte at the same time? Got them real high. And, pretty fucking amazing, though. Just throw it out you.
Yes. Sorry.
Is that an accordance we need to make? An agreement?
Yeah. Oh, hey, wait.
We're working together to protect the tree.
She's talking to
one of them
the
binding
spirit.
Yes. Together.
Spirits in the Umbra or in the Tellurian.
Yeah, he's physical.
Okay. Well, what are we protecting goons or something?
He just kind of looks and says, "No, I'm not really sure what to how to spell it out beyond what we already have."
Then an accord has
I'm
been
in.
struck.
Give me something to do. Give me something to do.
Protecting a tree seems like a pretty good thing to do.
He will look at the rest of you and say, well, seems to me that we got a couple of groups here got vested interest in laying claim to this tree. I'd rather not have a bunch of people fighting over it because that's kind of contrary to what I'm about.
As is leaving?
So,
Oh,
Okay.
Eli looks at him and goes, I really don't have a vested interest in wanting this tree at all. I'm willing to give you guys some help keeping it safe.
Big Mac kind of raises an eyebrow, and I bet you'll never guess what she's doing. I was here until he started talking. She's like, "What?"
She'll shrug. He'll shrug. Yes.
She you can actually see her just going.
She's also getting a strong nose full of that scent of Bunty.
I got 2 successes.
I think one will tell you if they're a vampire.
1 successful, identify a normal human or animal. 2 will detect a vampire, changeling, demon, mummy, or pharaoh.
Yeah,
you
Eli is a bloodsucker.
She kind of slightly. Just kind of looking around.
So
the
I'm going to lean against the tree. I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket, a fist around, and then kind of like cross my arms to.
I believe Big Mac and I have an understanding when it comes to the tree. There will be no need for fighting.
But I thought we were protecting it.
There is a difference between protecting it and fighting amongst ourselves.
I
Protection
wasn't gonna
isn't
fight
just
anyone.
standing here. Protection isn't just standing here, ready to punch somebody.
No, it's not.
Protecting it is tending to all the dreams that are here, the hopes.
He'll put his brass knuckles.
3 stands for Hope Stream.
Bunty will extend her hand towards Big Mac as like a sign of
Big Mac. Auntie's hand.
we will protect the tree. Protect what the tree stands for.
Big Mac nods. She looks very serious.
up. I feel bad now.
Which is good.
Yeah. All right.
Seems I may get to see the other side again sooner than I thought.
So wait, John,
Yes.
our earlier conversation, was I understanding you correctly that the decision had already been made by City Hall? And does he know that in character?
They had made the plan, yes.
Okay, so the decision's been made, and he knows about it. Does he know about when they were planning on doing it?
I mean, they'd already published it. It
Oh,
was
okay.
in the newspaper. That's why there were barricades and stuff.
Ah,
The
Barricades.
Gideon comes up with some paperwork and says, "Well, City Hall's going to have a hard time with this one."
Huh?
Well, you see, there's a nice little bylaw in the county here, or rather in the city here, that, well, with proper number of signatures on a petition to halt action, that action has to cease until a popular vote or a committee decision can be reached. In this case, because it's a public works matter, it requires a popular vote in the city. But they're going to have to put together a ballot for a referendum to remove this here tree.
can I see that?
He says, "Yeah, I ran off a couple copies of the petition before as soon as it was signed. Make sure it gets filed accordingly, and we wouldn't want them to lose an original by accident."
Might be able to help. I might be able to help with this a little bit. I got some friends.
I don't doubt you have friends, but I think I've got it pretty well handled, considering I'm intimately familiar with many of the city's laws.
Oh, I have no doubt that you are intimately familiar with the laws. I'm intimately familiar with the people who are supposed to enforce them
Yes. Well,
and make the laws. So I mean, the combination, we might be able to work together to work on this if you're willing.
I have a decent handle on the city council members I need, and the other ones aren't going to be easy to sway. They're on a payroll that, well, under a fairly clear establishment. So, a couple of business entities that are beyond easy manipulation or reach that got a clause in the council, but there's enough of them I can keep in check that I don't think we have to worry about that.
So take out a business card and hand it to them. Well, if you find that you might need a little bit of a push, or a little bit of cushion room. I can't promise anything, but I can promise that I'll try.
Keep that in mind. Your name does sound familiar to me for some reason. But I've been floating around for a while, so it's hard for me to say for sure.
Well, not.
That's paperwork over the years. You know how that goes.
I do indeed. Better than some, worse than others.
Well, then looks like our party has started off reaping the benefits that we hoped to sow. Let's hope it continues.
The man in the robes, Kashid says, you know, I gotta say, Wally, you got me on this one. I never thought I'd see the day where skin changers and name breakers would get along over a wellspring. If I thought that was possible, well, we might have rethought some of our approaches. But as for me,
If we
I'll
don't
stick
work
to my
together,
agreements with the Baron. After all, my agreements with the Baron run back to the faith and heritage of my people as well. Not something I want to go and mess up. So, as long as somebody has a handle on this wellspring and I don't have to worry about it, so much the better. That will leave myself and the Cabal to focus on monitoring for other ones and handling them as they crop up. Not to mention keeping the Baron happy. Well, if there's nothing else the couple of you folks need from me, I will be taking my leave.
Have a wonderful evening.
Later.
Do that. Wally gives him a formal nod as well. And then he shakes his head. He says, after he walks away, he goes, he always kind of gives me the willies.
So, Jeremy steps down. Y'all want an unwanted tag along?
Wally says, well, I don't know about everybody else, but I got to get back to my shop.
Well, talking to everybody else.
Got done what I need to get done. I got some more of them interesting rumors to look into, if you'll recall.
Right.
Yeah, I
There are a
got
few out there.
I got some weird spiritual ass shit to go look into.
what kind of spiritual shit? Said,
Some weird ass dreams going on lately.
And Wally looks at you and
Thank you,
says,
Dracula.
weird dreams, you might want to reconsider what you're drinking or who. And,
No, it's not just mine. Although mine can be some of the creepiest ass dreams you can imagine, but no, it's not just mine.
I'll leave you to it. Sounds like a whole lot of mess I don't want. You need a sleeping pill, you let me know. I'll mix you up a tea. Otherwise, I am got a shop to handle. And well, Bonti, I should probably swing over and let Papa Midnight know that you and Mr. Dresser got yourselves a handle on this here wellspring. I'm sure he'll be pleased to hear that.
We do. I will probably stop by in a night or two to visit. It's been too long. And Miss Big Mac, if I might have a moment of your time.
Me?
You are not Miss Big Mac as far as I know.
Oh, Big Mac. I heard Big Mouth. I was like, oh, okay.
Big Mac.
Yes.
Eli will look over at Big. It was Big Mac that was asking him what spiritual stuff, right?
About his spiritual. She said, "What spiritual stuff, Dracula?"
He'll smile. Why, thank you. That's actually quite a compliment. But while you guys talk, I'll be over there, and points over to another tree. And if you want to talk about it, I'll wait for a few minutes for you.
Would you? And she kind of looks at Jeremy and she's like, "Why don't you go wait with Vlad over there?" I think
He doesn't
that's
Do I have to? And,
Yeah, but I was gonna say, he doesn't really
Eli-
like me.
Eli looks right at Big Mac and goes, "Do I have to?"
He doesn't really like me.
Yes. You will both suck it up and accept it. Can I roll my persuasion?
Wait, what did you say originally?
I said you will suck it up, and you will have to, and you will suck it up.
He'll look at her with a tilted head and go, "Really, you want to use that kind of terminology?"
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with two guys getting together and sucking it up.
God. Okay, so I'm going to try to
As long as one of us says no homo, it's not gay.
Oh,
I might just have to spend a willpower not to laugh at that comment.
Just laugh at it. Okay.
Horrible.
I wonder if there's like a way to romance people.
Just out of mild curiosity, what's your what's Jeremiah's willpower rating currently?
Mine? My willpower is 4.
Good to know.
All right, lad.
Eli heads over to
Go
the tree.
sit. You guys don't have to sit right next to each other. Just stay, close.
We'll be
You guys don't have to
close.
conversate.
Okay.
Just
No, I was a joke. I was the other character. Anyways. Jeremy will shrug and say, okay, let's go, Vlad.
He's already halfway to the tree.
God damn it, Vlad! And he's gonna like chase after him.
And she just looks at Bonte and she's like, she just kind of smiles and takes a deep breath and exhales. Do you hear that?
Beautiful silence.
Yes.
That was half the reason I wanted to speak to you, so that there would be quiet. The other half is I am curious if any of your people have been out, and she'll describe the area where the fountain rumors were.
Okay.
I know.
Because we have been having large animal prints far larger than an animal of that kind should be.
Like, she kind of casually looks around and she's in front of her. Oh, here we go, another one. I'm going to shift my hand into Krynos. Ready to shield it. Push it. Urge at what? Is it 6? Because it's just Krynos? Or is it still higher?
It's higher because it's only a partial. Partials are hard.
Yeah.
By
guess I
by
consider-
definition, not entirely.
Harder to do.
Sure. Yeah. The diff would be off the top of my head.
I only know the one part in the book that I know of says Diff 9, so that's
Yeah.
because there are gifts and stuff and merits that lower it.
Right. I'm just going to spend a rage to do it. A little easy there. And save time. See just her crying paw there, like this big.
Is that the size of the footprints that they told her? Bigger, smaller?
Hers are more canine.
It is the wrong shape,
Oh,
but
is-
is similar size.
John, I know what they're
Perhaps.
talking about, right? Rumor from about a month ago, or the dreams from about a month ago.
Negative.
Oh.
She's talking about something out in the swamp.
If you would like to, if you found them, I might be able to take a look.
We'll arrange to go out there then. I just want to make sure my people are safe.
No blame you here. I mean, it's out in the swamp. It could be anything.
There are entities there already that I know. Beings that are old.
I'll gladly take a look for you.
I appreciate that. How can I get a hold of you for us to go out there then?
Yeah. I don't have an address or a phone. But
if I write my number down for you, can you call me then?
Or
I can leave a message hanging in the tree.
that is also true.
Have you seen that one large knot hole? A slight climb up, maybe 6-7 feet.
Repeat the beginning
I
part.
will leave it in there.
I didn't hear you, my cat.
She said there's a large knot hole, like 6-7 feet up. She'll leave it in there.
Okay. Yes. That works, and I will find a way to call you. I'm sure I can, a phone, or somebody will let me use a phone, or,
I will probably have somebody around the park making sure that things are clean and nobody is messing with things.
Right.
Don't want to spread my people too thin, though.
I pop in and, well, I got streets that keep an eye out too.
Excellent. Then I will let you go play with your puppy and blood bag.
Puppy and Drac. Alright.
There may be some newspapers if you need. Pop him on the nose a few times. That's how we always trained our puppies.
She actually smiles. She's like, "Oh, that's fantastic."
And she will offer a hug if Big Mac wants it.
Get Big Mac's a hugger. She'll hug.
She will hug her then, and then head off to make sure that things are still going well with the bit of people that are still here until it's over.
Yep.
So,
He's going to Eli and the pup. All right, guys.
Jeremy looks up.
You're new here. You got some people to meet.
Okay.
So you sit tight.
Okay.
Kind of walks over to Eli. Tell me about your spirit stuff.
All right, so first we actually haven't been formally introduced. I'm Eli Rathbone. Now, I don't know what you know about my kind, but some of us are able to interpret dreams that others and garner knowledge and truths out of them that others might consider just rambling insanity. So
go on, Count Chocula.
That was a good cereal. Over the last about month and a half, there's been some bits and pieces from some dreams that have been coming up that have been discerning. He takes out a notebook and flips back a few pages. First that came up was dreams of a large, giant Black Panther with a skull for a head, stalking through the city.
A giant Black Panther with a skull for a head. Okay.
Yeah, that was an odd one.
Well, if that were something that there'd be a lot more terror in the streets, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that I think that kind of goes a little bit with something that's later on. There was also some things about ancient battles raging through the city and old conflicts from the past that could mean any number of things. Start flipping through a couple more pages. There's
Flicks have happened in New Orleans in the past.
Yeah, I know. But there's I was around for some of them. Then there is the dark man from a land of fairies that stalks.
From the land of fairies.
Then there's another spoke of a medicine man,
Tinkerbell shit.
a skinwalker, Sorry, I missed that.
A medicine man? What?
A medicine man. Another spoke of a skinwalker. And an animal talker who peers at the city from the land of the spirits.
That does sound like a crazy talk. Not bad.
It does, but really I can discern the difference. But that's not it. there is also some about great spirits stirring. It's that one
I mean,
skinwalker thing, though.
Carl, historically speaking, this big play spiritual stuff, right? Like all kinds of stuff has happened here, and like lots of bad stuff, like
Yeah, but a
lots
lot
of
of
murder,
the,
lots of like
but a
all
bunch of
kinds of stuff.
this stuff I've heard before, but it's this one, the skinwalker thing. That's kind of a new one for me. I mean, I've been doing this a while. That's a new one on me.
I'm wits enigmas or intelligence enigmas or something to try to make sense of what he's saying.
Hey, I have school in the morning that's like 10 after 12. So I'm gonna call it a night for myself, and I'm gonna head out for today.
All right,
Sounds good.
That's
have a
legit.
good one.
Good night.
So yeah, can I make that kind of roll to see if I can make sense of anything he's saying?
Sure.
Wits enigmas, intelligence enigmas.
Or would a cult be a better one?
That's kind of a mystery. I guess that depends. Intelligence occult. Intelligence. Wits.
Intelligent psychology.
No psychologist.
I'm not saying Eli is crazy, but you know Eli's crazy.
Well, with wits enigmas then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Getting his... Any particular diff?
Standard, it's fine.
4 successes. Too bad I didn't have a specialty because I had 2 10s on this.
With 4 successes, you would know that the term skinwalker is often used for shamans that can shapeshift.
Okay.
The rest of it is not entirely able to make sense of, but possibly symbolic.
Yeah, dude, like you're having some they're interesting though. Write them down, write a book.
Well, if you find anything out, keep me in the loop if you find anything interesting based on this stuff.
Gives it
Please.
a couple of thumbs up. All right. I suppose.
I'll
I
keep
got
you
stuff
in the loop.
to
I'll
do.
keep you in the loop if anything else more concrete than this comes up. If you want.
I ain't got a phone. People are poor for that shit, so.
Well, if I see you around and I hear anything else, doesn't come up a whole lot often. It's just sometimes just weird stuff. Just seems a little too on the nose, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
I missed what you said. And you never know.
All right.
And Eli will turn and head into the night. Ah.
I'm half expecting him to like fly away.
As he disappears into the night, you could swear you could hear the fluttering of a bat's wing.
Big Mac kind of looks around. Is I'm still present?
Yeah, she seems to be checking out a couple of the cars and stuff over in the parking area.
She's going to approach him and drop a gnosis to him.
Okay.
She's just gonna drop a gnosis.
All right.
And before she she's going to hands in her eyes shift back to Hamid.
All right. Then she heads out as well.
Yeah, she's gonna head to her box.
Alrighty. All right, well, I think that'll do it. Unless there's something else I missed, I will go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm good.
All right. Then, thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. This has been a Shadows of New Orleans scene, and we look forward to seeing you another night.